Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 2016 winter, or actually it's our Christmas concert. We call it Christmas concert because most of our music tonight, especially with the band behind me, is Christmas music. This is the Oriole band, which is our freshmen, but it's a small group, but a really fun group. I really enjoy these kids, so thank you for sharing them with me because it's a lot of fun working with the freshman band this year. And since we're a little bit short-handed in some of the instruments, some of the people from jazz band and symphonic band, and they're in your program, they have little asterisks on them. So there's about 12 people, I think, that helped make the band a little bigger to have it, all the instruments represented. So here's the Oriole band with, I don't know, what was their first song? Carol Celebration. See, they know what's going on. They teach me, so thanks. next up is something called Christmas Island at Najan in the trombone section. Really wanted us to do it. He likes this song. He said it's from Elf. I think we're going to be doing 2 songs from Elf. And I think somebody's going to be watching Elf right in here tomorrow morning, if that matters to you. So here's Christmas Island. Short and sweet. I remember going to some of my wife's elementary concerts many years ago when she first started teaching. And she did this song called Rollin' Rock. You know, Rollin' Rock. It was first grade, lasted about as long as this song did. And the audience says, "It's great. Just keep us moving. Just keep it moving, right?" So here's Angels We've Heard on High. A great arrangement by Jay Dawson. And I love listening to Jay Dawson because he's from Tennessee and he has this great southern drawl when he talks about his music. And this, I usually have the Symphonic band play this other times, a few other times we've done this. But this is a really talented group behind me, and we have some ringers, as I call them, from the jazz band and the Symphonic band to help us out. So there's some really different time signatures in here, which makes it kind of interesting and difficult. So see if you catch all the meter changes. That's what math is in this song, meter changes. That makes sense? All right. A-flat concert. Thank you. Next up, another short one. You're gonna like this. It's an arrangement of Baby It's Cold Outside. Frank, I think his name is pronounced Lester, he wrote it. For him and his wife, they had a duo years ago back in the 40s. A very, just a very innocent song, and they're kind of doing weird things to it now. I don't know if you heard about that, but anyway, it's Baby It's Cold Outside. So here's the Oriole Band. Next up is Let It Snow and Winter Wonderland, a holiday medley, arranged by Ralph Ford. Things final selection arranged by James Kernow, who writes a lot of wonderful things for bands. Deck the Halls. Supposed to take performance time, in case you're curious, is 1 minute and 45 seconds for this one. So here's Deck the Halls. Okay, next up is the jazz band. I'm going to start with a traditional Christmas song that known as What Child Is This, but also the old traditional hymn Green Sleeves. And this is a jazz waltz, so here's Green Sleeves. Next up, we're going to change the style a little bit. Here's White Christmas in the Latin flavor. And I'm trying to get the flute mic so you can hear the flutes. That was Haley Heidel on nice triple solo on that. Thank you, Haley. Before that, we had Alexis Wagner on the tenor sax. And we're going to feature Alexis again on this one. This is our only non-holiday song. It's by Freddie Green. Freddie Green was the guitar player for the Count Basie Orchestra for years. He just kept time. He just strummed. He wrote some really cool tunes, and this is one of them. It's called "Down for the Double." And Vanessa Huck also has a solo on the trumpet. But we don't like the trumpet, so they're going to have to blow out. And this is all the people that helped out the Oriole band, so they're probably getting spent. But I hope they have a lot of energy. I hate to see them getting fatigued. So here's a great song, "Down for the Double." Thank you. And then the very familiar Count Basie signature with Tessa Traxler on the piano, just a little splank, splank, splank at the end. That's what they call them. Splanky. And here's going to feature Will Hinn on the trombone. This next one, here's a holiday classic called I'll Be Home for Christmas.
All right, well.
We come to the jazz band final selection, and it's called Big Band Christmas 2. I think we played Big Band Christmas 1 last year. And this has a couple of tunes in it. Here comes Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. We're going to feature Alexis Wagner again on this, tenor sax, and that's the Huck on the trumpet, and Tessa Traxler on the piano. So here's Big Band Christmas 2.
You missed one. All legs.
Oh, I missed the last song they said. They said it's Old Lang Syne. That's Old Lang Syne.
Something like that.
It's Happy New Year. Yeah, it's Happy New Year. Old Lang Syne.
There you go. That's what we'll say. Happy New Year. Awesome. You get yellow? No? Do it. That was yours.
Right now we're going to have just a little free will offering to kind of help with instrument repair as we need them. And I have some of the restaurant will just come out with some baskets. We'll just come through. Just anything you want to contribute just helps to kind of defray some of the costs of instruments that need repair every now and then, or chords, things like that. So they'll be right out for you. Okay, bring them up. Would you there, Jonah? Come on down here, please. Well, this is the Symphonic Band. Once again, thank you for coming out the week before Christmas. I know everybody's busy, many things, but it means a lot that you're here in our audience tonight, so thank you for that. This is Christmas Favorites, a James Swearingen piece. Some of you are probably here for the Bessie Allen concert. You have kids in both schools, so that's great that you're here for both concerts tonight. James Swearingen arranged some things that Mr. Reese did with his band earlier, and this has a medley, and I think you'll recognize it too. Here's a little clever arrangement of Up on the Housetop. Again, if you were here earlier, I think you heard this twice with the middle school band. And this is Jeff Simmons, which is a very clever arranger. And you'll hear some ratchets, slide whistles, so all sorts of things. But here's Up on a Housetop.
Ready? We go.
Sandra was at both concerts too. Sandra was here earlier, I think, and then Alex had to play. The band came out, they were wondering what these little partier hats were from, because they're still in the percussion section from the Bessie Allen band. Here's something that's new that I never heard of till we played it this year. It's another Jay Dawson arrangement, but it's a traditional Czech carol from the Czech Republic. It's called Rocking Carol. So this tune I've never heard before, neither of the kids, so if anybody heard it out there, that'd be great. But otherwise, it's something new to all of us, so I think you'll enjoy Rocking Carol.
Ready?
Well, that was the most fun I had tonight, because that's something new. Anybody ever hear that song before? I guess not. That's a good thing. Okay, here's some of the seniors challenged me to have the band do something that's extremely difficult. It's Leroy Anderson's famous arrangement that he wrote for the Boston Pops back in the 1950s that we've all heard probably thousands of times. It's a great classic. It's Sleigh Ride. It's extremely difficult because this is the arrangement he wrote. He didn't water it down for high school bands. This is actually Leroy Anderson's arrangement. So some of the young ladies in the front row says, we can do this. So I love the positivity. And I have my orange frog. It says choose orange. So we're doing the orange frog thing and that. And these ladies are right. We can do this. So we hope you enjoy Sleigh Ride. All right. Ready? Ready, Scott? Ready to come back? All right.
Alright, we have a little gift for Skedaddle for Christmas. Here we go. And we're all going to pass the mic and say one thing that we really like about Skedaddle. So, mine is Vanessa Williams, because that's what he calls me all the time.
Sir is very caring. He's eccentric.
He's passionate, charismatic, fun, heartfelt, insightful,
Inspirational.
How's it going, Mike?
Kind.
he always says your mom. Smile, God loves you.
His beauty.
Hysterical. Interesting. Dot, dot, dot. He's always generous. He's a little unorganized.
Sir, you're a Machida Macan.
And my word is appreciative, and we all here appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I need to go up and read the card here. They purchased 2 tickets for May 13th. The physical tickets won't arrive until April, but here is the info. Until then, enjoy happy holidays. Love the 2017 seniors. Well, thank you, seniors. That's awesome. I love you. You're wonderful. Thank you. And it's something that looks awful familiar. It's Jazz on the Vine at the Osthoff in Elkhart Lake. Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is great. Look forward to that. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. That was very, very heartfelt and very. But my wife can vouch for the organization. That's right. Some people think that I'm really organized, so I guess you can fool some of the people. But not my wife. Anyway. Mrs. Freeman said, yeah, you better start working on that office, too. She says, you know, someday you're going to probably have to pass the baton to somebody else. So it'll probably take you 3 years to clean up the office. She's right. It will. I guess I really get really support from the administration and from the staff here. I mean, because some of these kids have to come out, they're not all in band, the class, but they're in Spanish 4 or Spanish 5 or calculus, you know. So Mr. Heigley and Senora Vigil and Mr. McDowell, I mean, all the teachers, they let me have their kids sometimes when it gets close to concerts, so I really appreciate that, because that's how this happens. So there's like about 55 kids on the stage, which is just wonderful. And it's just sophomore, junior, and senior. And we have one gentleman, Darius, who just joined band at the pep band last Friday night. He says, hey, I can learn some stuff. She's helping on tambourine stuff. She says, I play percussion, I can do this stuff. It's just percussion. So thank you, Darius. It's wonderful. All right. And speaking of my own organization, maybe something can help. You know, I was going to tell you who the classical composers are, hence the name Classical Christmas. Joy to the World, I think that's Handel. He is the Joy of Man's Desire, and I know that's Bach. Hark the Herald Angels Sing, I never did Google that, so that's one I don't know. So if somebody maybe could do that on their phone. I know you have the phones out there. And they don't. Anybody have your phone with you tonight? Wow, okay. Because we had some people who were worried about people's entrances because they thought, yeah, they aren't going to come in on time because they're always on their phone. And why do they need to be on a phone during a concert? It's really amazing. And then the last thing I know is Handel again, is the Hallelujah Chorus. So I hope you enjoyed our last song. And then thank you for coming, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. And this is a Classical Christmas. And if there's any alumni out there, we have 2 alumni pep bands back-to-back coming up at the second weekend in January 12th and 13th. So get an instrument, brush off those chops, and join us. So here's Classical Christmas. Thank you for coming and thanks for your support. Thank you, Pete Chisholm, for all the lighting and sound we couldn't put on the concert without Pete. So how about a round for Pete Chisholm in the back? Thank you, Pete. And Mr. Anthony Washington, I'm sure he's helping out with that for good. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Scadella, but we did look up while you were playing who the author of Hark the Herald Angels Sing was. It was originally written by Charles Wesley, but then modified into the version that we know today by Mr. Felix Mendelssohn.
Ah, Mendelssohn. Thank you, Pete. What a wonderful. Now you know, now we can sing tonight.